Let's go to 36. Nihatya dhartarashtrana ka priti sya janardana papamevashraye dasmat advaitanatayinah. Read, Gopal.
Krishna, how can we hope to be happy slaying the sons of Dhritarashtra by killing even these desperados? Sin will surely accrue to us.
Even we poor laymen can see how this argument is going haywire. Huh? What is the word for Lord Krishna in this verse? Janardana. Janardana. See how beautiful. Janna means what? People. And Ardana means to request. So Lord Krishna's aspect where people pray to him for some fulfillment of some wish, they call him Janardana. Here Arjun is very beautifully choosing this name, Janardana here. Why? I don't want to fight this war. This is my wish. This is my desire. Now you grant that wish to me. He is trying to maska lagao, Lord Krishna. You prevent me from fighting this war. Why? Because even if you kill, what he said, desperados. What are these desperados? Atatray is the word in Sanskrit. Atatray, desperados. And Shastras have given clear definition of Atatray. You know who they are? They are terrorists. Atatrays are terrorists. They are arsonists, people who put fire and destroy things with fire. They are murderers. They are ones who give poison to others, Atatray. I mean, they are the scum of society. They are the ekdam neech people. They can say they are drowned in tamas. And what is Arjun saying here? Arey, if you kill these desperados, we will get sin. Even she understands it's the opposite way around. So you can understand Arjun is simply not thinking clearly. He's talking nonsense. What do Dharma Shastra say? They say you should not hesitate to kill such people. Shastras have given you the not only permission, updesh, adesh, that such people should be killed. In modern times, you can say such people should be given capital punishment. It is necessary to destroy such people. It is necessary to get rid of such people. And
For their own.
for everybody's good, for our good also, for the rest of society, and for their good also. So can you tell me why for their good it is necessary? More karma. You keep them alive, they will keep murdering. You keep them alive, they will keep terrorizing. You keep them alive, they will keep burning. You keep them alive, they will keep giving poison. Baba, poor chaps, how much karma they are getting. The only sin, according to Sanatan Dharma, is what?
Accepting injustice.
Accepting anything that is going against her.
Doing dukh to anyone else. Doing dukh to anyone else is the only path. And you do dukh to anyone else only because of your limited identity. Yes or no? If you have a limited identity and you are just sitting there doing nothing, it's not a path. The minute you, because of that limited identity, you are doing dukh to somebody else, that is a path. Otherwise, you sit in your wrong thinking, oh, I am a limited self. I am a body. I am a mind. I am an intellect. I am a mother. I am a father. I am a teacher. I am a doctor. I am an engineer. I am tall. I am thin. I am short. I am fat. I am fair. I am ugly. I am beautiful. Okay, you keep thinking. You are not harming anyone else. It's not a pap. Pap to yourself only. But the biggest pap is when you use this kind of limited knowledge and then you hurt another. So that is the difference. See, as you know, Bhagavad Gita is all symbolic. So here we are talking in the outside world, that if there's a desperado and you're murdering and you're doing this, then they should be killed. But these are all our own tendencies. These are all our own negative thought processes. And when you have these kind of desperado negative thoughts in your mind, let me kill, let me murder, let me poison. And I'm sure there has been a time in many people's lives when they have hated someone so badly that they wish that person would just die. It is true. It has happened in many people's minds. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Kill that. Kill that thought. Kill that tendency. Kill that feeling. Kill that vasana. Kill that emotion. That is what. Everything here, which is explained in the outside world in Bhagavad Gita, is all about killing it in yourself. So we were going to come to that symbolic thing anyway a little later, but since it has come up now, what they're trying, because you know, Kauravas are who? Symbolically, they are your negative tendencies. Pandavas are who? All your positive tendencies. What are they saying over here? What are Shastras saying? Kill all the Kauravas who are in you. Right or wrong? That's what it means. So when we're talking about all these Atatrais are the terrorists within you. And you are at their mercy. You are at their beck and call. When those negative thoughts come in your head, you are their slave. You are the victims of your own thought processes. So that is what here Bhagwan is telling you to kill. Getting it? Don't go so much in the outside world and say this terrorist and this community and this person and this robber. They are, they are lambs and innocent children compared to the negative tendencies you have in your own mind. Kill that first. That is the Atatray. That is the desperado which is inside you. Think about that first, okay? Outside people to aega jayega, they are not even real. So who cares? But when you have this emotional disturbance in your mind, you are unable to see the things as clearly as you should. So, who is perceiving all this stuff? Mind. Mind cannot perceive by itself. It needs something to perceive. Sense organs, right? So, what to do now? Should I live like this? How those three things? One is here, one is here, one is here. Can we live our life like this? We are in sansar and senses have been given us to perceive the world. We cannot destroy our senses. Then what to do?
Perception.
Destroy the attachment that the senses have developed to the outside world. You cannot destroy the senses, but you can destroy the attraction and the attachment that these senses have to the sense objects. How? By doing continuous sadhana which has been prescribed. And how long? Because whenever you give a sadhana, the first question is asked is, how long should I do it? Till when should I do? So till when?
Till you overcome.
Till you overcome. Till your bad tendencies are overcome and replaced by good tendencies. That's all. Till you become of a completely sattvic disposition. That's it. Till then you do. Then stop. then also don't stop. Then also don't stop. Continue. And actually, what will happen is when you are given a sadhana and you do it, and your negative tendencies are continuously changing into positive ones, and then you become fully sattvic also, you will not want to stop that sadhana.
Yes.
That is the main thing. It is not something you have to do. It was something that you will want to do. It is continuous. It become a part and parcel of your disposition.